Hi everyone. Welcome to Breathing Through Life. How are you?
Now I see them. Hi. No podía. Gracias, mamá, por
Cruje,
traerme.
Courtney, hi. Dolo.
Ramiro. Jova. Chicos, so if everyone is good with English, we're going to make it in English. If anyone, by any chance, tries or doesn't understand the English, just let us know and we will translate it. See, but because it is a breathing, it is a topic that we're gonna concentrate on or so. We're gonna do mainly Antonella, I'm not gonna read comments. We're gonna do mainly English to keep the flow. If by any chance there is someone that doesn't really understand English, then we will translate it. But we find that swapping in between is a little bit more confusing even now. Even if we can do it, it is quite confusing. So welcome everyone to another chapter of what surface interval means to us. This is the first workshop we're going to be running, and we are starting it together, and we are mainly doing what we call breathing through life. Why breathing through life? Because we're not going to be doing breathing techniques necessarily for freediving or what you have to do in freediving. But what we're going to be doing is learning and knowing how to apply the breathing for different stages in our lives. See? Why? Because me, or I don't know if I speak for everyone, but I don't like speaking for everyone in this sense. Within breathing, and when we talk about breathing, for me, is one of the most important parts of freediving, of course. If we don't learn how to breathe, we're not going to be able to perform as good in freediving, but either to be relaxed, nice, and smooth as walking through our life day to day. No, not everyone is a freediver in their daily life. And I believe that we don't focus so much on our breathing unless we have to. Again, this is not an ABC for the freediving, but it is going to be for you to apply in these days where we are having, no se callaba la chica, we are having these moments of closure where we don't know what to do, that we are bored at home, that our activities are done, we don't have anything to do, any wall to paint, any carpentry to do. So actually it's a very good moment to apply breathing and learning how to do it properly, to quiet our minds a little bit and observe how all of this reacts in our daily
I think
day.
it's important to add that yes, it is useful for your freediving training. It's not a freediving technique, but being aware of our breathing is what, and Kande will get deeper into this, but guide us through emotions. It's a fight between if is the emotion controlling the breath or the breath controls the emotion, so we can observe ourselves a lot of times with when we are under fear or stress, how do we breathe? And think about that. Or if we are nice and relaxed watching TV, how do we breathe? Like if you start observing the moments of your life, you will see that your breathing goes changing. And what we want to bring as well is, what if we change it to the other side? Instead of the activity guiding our breathing, what if we guide that breathing into the state that we want to be? And that's what the first step to it's being conscious of what breathing is, or how do we normally breathe? Are we aware of how we breathe? What sections or everything like that happens? A lot of you have already done and are connected to the water. So if you're a scuba diver, you're also conscious of your breathing, because we hear our breathing all the time, but bringing it to physical feeling, is a different story, and this can help you a lot as well. And for freediving, we've learned techniques Some are more beginners, some more advanced, some are more aware or not. But bringing awareness, I think that's the word, into our breathing is what will help you notice how you feel, what are we struggling. uh, for me personally, Cande will keep going through different stages. But one thing, like now I'm pregnant, and this, like everything that they talk to you about birth or this, it's all about breathing. And it's like why do we have to get up to birth to realize that actually breathing controls a lot of our emotions and how we live things? So, and once we are in closure or in places that we are doesn't make us discomfortable, like what we're living right now of being in quarantine. For some people it's easier, for some people it's not that easy. As well starts to bring our attention to the anxiety we can be having and how we pass our days. So that's why a little bit we wanted to bring this. It's a combination of a tool for free diving, but as well it's a tool for your life. And I'll let Candy continue.
No, it's good. Look, just a brief break. Do we want to go on Instagram as well? Or do we do?
And I'm scared of the internet, what it did.
Okay.
You can turn on yours from Amancay if you want, just to show that we're live.
Okay, good. Okay, no, that's okay. Bueno, do you want me to go live there?
Go ahead, continue.
Okay. So Lucre mentioned just something about the anxiety, no? Nowadays, and this is what I personally would like to work a lot in the future with all of this breathing and all of these skills about freediving. Because nowadays we're in an era which anxiety and panic are the biggest subjects on young people. And why do we get this? And I'm just Googling the meaning of anxiety just now. See? That it says it's your body's natural response to stress. So how can we control that? It is a feeling of fear or apprehension about what's to come. But when we are doing that, we are thinking ahead instead of focusing on right now. And this is for us what breathing brings so much, to bring you into the moment. It sounds cliche, and this is something I wrote down. I know that everyone says like, oh, breathing and relaxation, and it does sound cliche because you can find 1,000 of exercises of breathing for all of these things in the internet. But what they are not explaining you is why, or this is in my kind of theories, why this is going to actually help to those moments. For me, breathing, and it is one of the one of the biggest things that I've started applying in my life. It's breathing properly. So it's becoming aware of the breathing. Personally, in situations that I've been of fear, like really big fear, or were situations that sometimes we can just get brain stuck and be like, I don't know what to do, or we're in a rush on our daily office work. You're working 8 hours a day in the city, and everything just seems to be going at 1,000 kilometers per hour. So I want you to, we will bring you now how to recognize how are you breathing, because it is very important to actually observe. And because we don't know how to breathe, then it's a domino effect, basically. We don't know how to breathe. Our body doesn't get oxygenated, meaning our brain doesn't get oxygenated. And if our brain doesn't get oxygenated, then we are going to start having all of these blockages and dark thoughts or whatever. And then it just keeps on growing. So what we need to start is on the first piece of that domino, which is breathing, which is actually recognizing the different parts of the body. We're not going to get into physiological aspects, but we're going to explain you how to recognize different stages on the lungs. We're going to run a couple of videos why we're doing this. We invite you to apply them, or even just to check on afterwards and apply them later. The first thing that
all these videos all this live is going to be on YouTube. So if at any moment after you want to go back to them and observe again the explanations or this and that, you will always be able to go back to the material and the videos.
Bien. So I don't know how many free divers there is right now in here. I don't even know how many people are. But everyone hearing what I say. If there is any doctors, if there is anyone that knows about medicine or freediving or whatever, and you want to engage in the conversation and invite us to know more information, you're more than welcome. It's something that I always hate and love, to have doctors as students, because then you can tell, but now I can't see you, so I don't know if there is. But yes, you're more than welcome to comment and apply anything that you feel like it would be helpful for the rest of the people. But right now, I want you to observe your breathing. I want you to check, how are you breathing? If it's with the chest, that it's the most normal mistake that we do in life. We became, and this is a speech that many of us can have heard when in my classes, we became so freaking sedentary in this life. And this is what the first piece of the domino goes to. We became so sedentary that we forgot how to breathe. We forgot that we need to engage our whole body for it. And we started just breathing through the chest. If you ask someone, a normal person, that to take a deep breath, they're gonna inflate their chest. And this is useless for the body. If you're engaging your diaphragm, which probably many of you do not know where it is or what it is. Now, let's see if I can have a better panoramic, but I don't think so. If you engage your diaphragm, see, which is a muscle that it's halfway of your thoracic cavity, dividing all of your lungs, all of your organs from your lungs, you're going to be able, see, you're going to start recognizing that there is something moving there. That is your diaphragm. Because we became so freaking sedentary along our life stage. Imagine, and this is my perfect moment to hate school once again. When we go to kindergarten, they teach us how to sit down. When we start going to school, we spend 8 hours a day sitting down. When we go to high school, then we go to university, and then we go to an office job. We forgot what the diaphragm has to give us. See? So basically start becoming aware of your diaphragm right now, and become aware this freaks out my mind, the breathing, because we are not controlling the breathing. When you go to sleep, you are not consciously thinking that you need to breathe. You just go to sleep. And then is when we understand that our body, it is a freaking machine. See? So once you're moving your diaphragm up and down, you can try to start moving it. You're going to start feeling another sense of movement, that it's not the chest anymore. I can't observe right now, so I don't know if you're doing it properly or not. But you can put one hand on the chest. Now we're going to drop the videos though. We're going to put one hand on the chest and one hand, and one hand on the diaphragm. And we're going to try to move just the lower hand. Not the higher one, see, not this one. No, just the one below. So relax your shoulders, relax your chest. We're going to give you 1 minute to start observing that. And meanwhile, we're going to show you how it should look on a video, which is me taping, breathing. I hope it's right.
Video number 1, yeah?
Video number 1, yeah.
1 second.
Video number 1.
Yeah.
So make sure, just relax your shoulders. Make sure you're breathing through your belly. See, it's kind of a belly diaphragmatic breathing, but start engaging what I like to call the lower part of our lungs. See? If you're sitting down, you can try it sitting down. If you have enough space to lay on your back, just lay on your back. which we're going to show you both of these videos. But if you can observe, it might get a little bit slow, but we are just breathing with the belly, no chest movement, everything is relaxed, and we're breathing just with the middle, the diaphragm, basically. It is a diaphragmatic breathing. What I want you to focus on there is that when you exhale, you're always exhaling a little bit more than what you inhale. See? Nice and slow exhales and longer than our inhales. Make sure you're not putting up your chest and it just comes from the diaphragm. I don't want to give specific numbers, but a nice way of measuring it, it's 4 seconds inhale, 8 seconds exhale, or 7 seconds exhale. See, but what I want you looking for in this time is that you are not contracting any muscles within your inhale, within your exhale. If by any chance you find that you're squeezing your muscles on the way, on the exhale, then it means that you might need to inhale a little bit shorter so you can do that exhale with no tension. See, and that's the most important part for me, that you find your own rhythm in that, making the exhale always longer than the inhale. See, just try it out. Tell me if anyone is trying it or if it's not. Breathing in. See how the chest has no engagement whatsoever right now. This will allow us to slow down our heart rate, to oxygenate all of our body properly. See, to oxygenate our head properly, but mainly the drop down of the heart rate. It is what it is going to be the most visual. Let's say it's the thing that you're going to observe the most once you start slowing down your breathing. And if you're slowing down your breathing and your heart is slowing down, it means that actually your body is being enriched with much more oxygen in a long term. Muy bien, Sophie. Enséñale a Valentino. People who have kids around or have babies around, observe them. They do not breathe with the chest. They breathe with the diaphragm. No matter how tired they are going to be breathing through the diaphragm. So now we focus on recognizing the lower part of our lungs. See, let's separate 1 and 2. So the second part, which is my hand on my diaphragm, is the second part. Now try to inflate that lower part. Try to push air in. You can do it through the nose or through the mouth. So here, try to inflate this over here and relax. We're recognizing our lungs. We are becoming friends with our lungs. Good. Anything you would like to add to this stage, Lou?
No, I think that one important thing to observe while you do it, it's also how are you feeling right now? Like, not only if you're doing it or not perfect, it's okay. Just the fact of being the conscious into it, look how your mind already kind of slows down. Yeah, it's a little bit independent of only the technical part. If not just bringing the attention to our breathing already, observe what is creating on you, independently of how technical we are being. Just that.
It's mainly recognition. See, again, like this is something that you will want to apply every day in your life. So to learn it properly, you actually have time. So start recognizing the diaphragm then, nice and relaxed. Always make sure you're doing longer exhales. The exhale is what it's going to bring your heart rate down. I work personally when I have a lot of people in the water all the time, and not everyone is as comfortable, and they they get hyperventilation, no? They get over breathing, let's say. We're not going to go into what hyperventilation is, but they get over breathing. What I make them do, it's first look at my eyes, because just look at something, concentrate on someone, but as well follow the breathing that the person in front is doing. So what I do personally is I make exhale people that are having panics in the water just to start exhaling more.
I guess that just to translate, exhaling longer, now that I see what you were saying, just not more in the sense of strong, if not more in the sense of longer
and slower, but that will drop your heart rate down. So if you feel in a stage in your house, in a bad situation, you know, in a stressful situation in the street, just focus on that. The next stage,
sorry, that we forget to exhale. One of the things that we tend to do a lot, it's that short, constant inhale, because we believe we need oxygen. But if we don't give space on our lungs by exhaling, then we can't bring new and fresh air. Yeah. So that's one of the important parts of exhaling. And for me personally, as a scuba instructor as well, I've recognized that a lot in the water, because I realized the buoyancy effects for everyone that scuba dives. And so that exhale is like, okay. And that's why as well, if you want it or not, we get into that meditative like point. It's like letting go. But yeah, in life we forget to exhale, and we're constantly taking in data, taking in air, but we forget to let go.
And again, in physiological aspects, it does slow down our heart rate. See, when our body is flowing, flashing the blood from our heart to our bodies when we are actually exhaling. So focus on that. This is the first tool that I give you for hard situations. Personally, maybe like, I don't know, you've been robbed, you know, like we were in Argentina and I've been robbed, and the only thing that walked me through like being easy in my mind and maybe not passing out or whatever, it is breathing. And in many other situations that I'm not going to get into, but in hard situations does help. So again, it sounds cliche, but whenever someone is going nervous, I just tell them to breathe. They might want to punch me on the face, but breathing, it helps. See, that's why I always say, like, when we start even freediving, breathing is the first thing that I want you to focus on. And our dives, even when we hold our breath, when we were doing freediving, our dive starts within the breathe up, not when you started holding your breath, because of your mind, see, as well. Because you want to clear all of your body, slow down your heart rate, and slow your thoughts by the time you're holding your breath already. But in this case, even in land, it will help. Now, second stage of the breathing. See, our lungs, you may know, they are very flexible. I mean, you not know. What it is not that flexible is it all of our thoracic cavity. See, for that same reason is sometimes that we need to take a deep breath, we feel really tight. So now I'm going to show you in the next video the intercostals, no, Lo? Which one is the third?
Deep breath chest, but I can put intercostal.
No, put deep breath and then we go to intercostal. So how a deep breath would look. Yeah, and then I'm going to explain you how to reach it, because if you try right now to take a deep breath, probably you're going to do and inflate your chest. And we want to start diminishing that movement from our routine. Okay, I want to see this one. No, that's the chest. That's what would happen if I ask you now to take a deep breath. No, that's okay, that's okay.
So no, yeah.
Está bien, ponelo porque es lo que
Okay, wait.
Yeah. So this is what you may find if you're watching yourself in the mirror and you're trying to take a deep breath. This is how it might look. I invite you to do it and to check it out. See? Chest is open a little bit more. Chest is going up. We don't want any engagement of the chest at the moment. See? So if you're looking like that, then the next exercise is going to be very helpful, which is recognizing the intercostal muscles. Intercostal muscles are just on the sides, basically. See? Between the ribs. So what I want you to learn is you're going to squeeze your ribs and you're going to press them and you're going to try to push to the sides and check how tight or not you are. But we want to be using diaphragm and intercostals mainly. So here, we exhale, we're going to inhale again. Push your rib cage in so you can actually push it out. At the beginning, it's not that easy, but practice it. See? So now we're finding that you have two different stages in your breathing and two new parts of your lungs, your diaphragm and your intercostals. If you're laying down, just breathe through your diaphragm for a couple of times and try to push the air into the sides as well. There we go. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to work on it. So this is recognitions of our respiratory what? Look, help me here.
Areas. Lung areas.
Lungs area, see how the lung can be spread, how much more space you have when you actually breathe. But people think we just have this, but it is not. We actually have a whole lung below that needs to be used. And something that I want to bring here is the importance of using all of this area to breathe is actually beneficial, because not only we said about the oxygenation, but you have not 1,000, but a lot of organs beneath. And if you don't breathe with your diaphragm and your diaphragm is not constantly squeezing all of these organs over here, then it's when organs may start to fail more and more, because they get rusty, they are not squeezed, they are not doing the proper movement that they should. So honestly, breathing will bring a lot of benefits in the daily routine. Yesterday, I was watching something very interesting that Rosita sent me, which was saying that, of course, when people come freediving, they need to check it's not only when they come freediving that they need to breathe, but you need to focus on your daily breathing. How are you breathing every day? If you come freediving and the only times you're actually thinking about your breath, it is when you're going to come freediving, then you have 360 days a year that you're not really focusing on that. And you're not taking the benefits of the breathing technique. On the first level, we always say this is for you, like this course is for you to learn how to breathe mainly. So you're more than invited everyone to do a course with us, ideally. Good. Next. So you recognize your intercostal muscles, you recognize your diaphragm. Anything you would like to add, Lo?
No? You're doing great.
I'm doing great, gracias. Sorry, I'm just on my guideline. So again, see, these exercises are for you to do on your daily stage. Now we're going to go through more complete, not with so much stops. But this is not the technique you have to use to freedive. See? Everyone that is watching, it's not you do this, you hold your breath and go to the water. You do this for your life, for your day. See? Observe yourself. How do you react? Now that you know how to recognize all of these stages, understand how to react. Learn how to observe yourself and your breathing in all of these hard situations that we were talking about.
I do want to add, it's great work for freediving. Like, it starts opening your intercostal muscles. It starts opening and stretching your diaphragm. Doing this at home, yeah. It works during the year so that when you come and you do a breathe up and you're ready to go, you're more flexible, you're more comfortable. But it doesn't mean that that exercise is the one that you're bringing into the water,
Exactly.
you know. But it does help a lot.
Yeah. So now, hope you are all breathing through your belly and you've recognized your intercostals. I want you observing. Sometimes it's even good to take a deep full breath and ventilate the lungs and stretch them, like in the morning when you wake up and you're like, like that, but with your lungs. But we never do it. So you're going to learn how to take a deep full, stretching of your lungs. See? So now you can put that video.
Deep full.
We have two. We're going to show you. If you're sitting down, you can do it sitting down. If you're laid down, you can do it laid down, and we're going to show you both now. Practice it a little bit. I'm going to stay quiet for 2 seconds.
Full breathing, sitting down first?
No. Well, if you want, yes. If you want, yes.
No, you tell me. Or full lungs breath.
Full lungs breath. And then I'm going to show you the belly breathing that we were talking about before, the diaphragmatic breathing, and then you
full breathing sitting, because the other one I can't open it. So
this is, guys, this is something that we brought up today. Deep full breath.
If you can see, she's going from bottom to top. It's like filling up a glass of water, you know. Start opening the diaphragm, opening those intercostals, and then your chest, so that we can actually get as much air inside as possible.
Diaphragm, intercostals now, and up to the chest when you can hold. But see that your chest doesn't have so much stress or movement. See? You can play it again if you want, or actually the one that I'm laying down.
Okay.
These guys were bringing it mainly because, on our experience, I think we have a lot of people at home, not even freediving, but that these tools are a must, that they should be doing in their lives. Right. So whenever you're stressed, take a deep, full breath and recognize that you're alive, and that we have to be very thankful for that. So deep, full breath. Am I breathing? No está en pausa.
Inhaling from the bottom, intercostals, and now the chest. And exhaling.
See? Yeah. So this is kind of the moment. I'm sorry, I'm new to doing videos with the GoPro. So maybe it's not the best videos that you can see, but it is what we have. And I hope you're enjoying it. But again, if you have anyone that you know that handles with anxiety and handles with depression, with even just being bored, teach them how to breathe, explain them, and always make sure that if you find yourself in a hard situation, you are actually breathing. We had hundreds of students in the last 4 years, and breathing is what takes you out from everything. Try your deep, full breaths. And if you do it, give us a like. Put a like there so we can know what is happening. These non-interaction classes are really hard. I don't know even if you're laughing about my jokes. It's very bad. Bueno. Deep, full breath. You can do it through the mouth. You can do it through the nose. I'm very used to teach it through the mouth because of freediving, but you can actually just apply it through the nose in that sense. And it is said that it brings more benefits even if you're breathing through the nose constantly instead of through the mouth. One more deep breath, everyone with me. So from our diaphragm to our intercostals and our chest. And then relax your muscles, relax wherever you can find tension, relax it, and then exhale.
Passively.
One more time. Relax. See, this is a little bit of the observations and exercises you can do at home.
I would like maybe if we can like put everything together now and guide a small breathe up so that everyone at home can know how to practice this exercise and how to apply it. Yeah. Right now we saw a little bit of each part and conscious. So what we're going to do now is just an exercise that we call it breathe up. Let's not take it as an official breathe up, but it's going to be a sequence that is going to help you at home practice and get all the benefits that we have been doing up to now with this exercise. Yeah. So when I use it personally, maybe before going to sleep, yeah, it's really good exercise to kind of low down and get into another mental stage. But as well, it's just to give you a tool where you can actually combine all of this together. Yeah. So what we can start doing is you can be sitting down wherever you're comfortable, or you can lie down. You don't need to be looking at us right now for this exercise. Yeah. We won't show you a video, so don't worry about the camera or anything like that. And the idea is going to take a couple of minutes. Through the one, we are going to go start with the relaxation part, with the bottom, with the lower part that we've been seeing between the belly, if we want to call it, and the intercostals that Cande was talking, yeah, using that bottom part of the lungs, yeah, and try to work from there up slowly, yeah. So the first part, it's going to be a relaxation, yeah. And what we're going to do is you can use one hand on your belly if you want, as Cande showed before, so that you can have awareness of the movement. And you're going to start inhaling for the amount of time that it gets you comfortable. We don't want tension. We don't want pressure. We just want to be comfortable. Yeah. And we're going to be full. So maybe you can try to manage that inhale by your lips or your nose, but like controlling that inhale towards the bottom. Maybe it can be 3 seconds, for the others can be 4 seconds. Yeah. And we're going to inhale until we feel that before it engaging the chest, yeah, and we feel that we're full. And we're going to exhale for the double, trying to reach the double of time, or at least longer that we inhaled. Nice and soft, yeah? Inhaling again. Trying to look for relaxation through your body, through your muscles.
Feel your heart rate slowing down. Feel your thoughts slowing down.
And exhale for the double of time. Go finding your own rhythm. There is no right or wrong. It's your capacity and it's your comfort. Yeah. So one more time.
Be aware of the noises that surround you. Scan your body. Check on your jaw, on your eyes, on your shoulders.
I'm going to do 2 more relaxation breaths. Bringing the awareness to everything that Kanda explained through the workshop and the different stages and parts that we have. And exhaling for the double, or as long as you feel comfortable. One last time. And after this one, we're going to try that full breath that Kande was talking about. Starting from the bottom of our lungs, all the way to the top, engaging our diaphragm, our intercostals, and our chest. But our chest, remember not to tense your chest, not just fill it up with air. Look for the expansion from within. Opening that heart, opening that chest. Find comfort on that slight pause that there is in the middle, and exhale passively. One more time. Nice deep breath in, cleansing breath. Inhaling from the bottom.
Feel whether there is tension in this deep breath, where and how. Try to relax it. Feel your lungs enriched with the air. You reach every corner of your lungs with oxygen, there.
And once you finish, just find the comfort where you are and observe your breathing now. Just notice what's happening. Yeah.
If you're doing your breathe up, you can continue to.
But well, this is a slight exercise. We wanted to let you with the full combination of how you can apply this to your normal life. We're like, if you guys want to have any questions, please go ahead, ask them now. Or things that came up to your mind that you would like to share, or situations where this has been useful, you're more than welcome to share it or ask anything that you'd like. We're here to do that, to answer all your questions.
If you're still breathing, keep on breathing, stay in that state for as long as you want. Thank you for joining us today. It was our first workshop, and we appreciate you all here. With this and with your own relaxation, and even me, I'm really relaxed. After this, we say goodbye. We love you and thank you.
Next Thursday, guys, we have the next presentation, and we have a super important guest, a good friend of ours, that is Giovanni Bianco, and we will be covering equalization, which is a great topic in freediving. So don't miss out. He is like, any questions that you have from equalization, he's the one to ask. So we invite you, everyone, to join us and do your questions and see everything he has to share with us. Thank you so much for everyone that's watching and keeps coming back. This is the third one of many more to come.